Do you know what it reminded me of when they dropped the helmety plastic thing over his head to talk?
Getting your hair done?
Well, he does say, okay, put that hairdryer thing on me again when he wants to talk to them later.
Yeah.
But have you seen Get Smart? The TV show?
Yes.
Have you seen The Cone of Silence?
Yes.
That is the first thing I thought of.
We can talk under the cone of silence.
The cone of silence?
Well, this is a magenta alert, isn't it?
The cone of silence.
And The Cone of Silence in that show is a joke about how silly it is. And in this show, it's what's happening. They've dropped the thing over to communicate. And in Get Smart, they dropped it over a couple of people sitting at desks so that no one else can hear them chatting. And it's like a private area. But it's made to be silly. They have some scenes running, holding hands. And I was like, ooh, Ian's found himself a bee lady.
A bee lady. Like that movie, Bee Movie.
What?
Have you seen the Bee Movie?
Oh, yes, Jerry Seinfeld. Yeah.
It's a weird movie, man.
It is a weird movie.
Where a woman falls in love with a small bee.
I apologize for what seems to be a certain uncomfortable, subtle sexual aspect of the Bee Movie, because the bee seemed to have a thing for the girl. We don't really want to pursue that as an idea in children's entertainment.
Well, Ian falls in love with a big bee lady.
But at least they're comparable sizes.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like,
yes, I do. Also, the only reason I said it is because there's some good highlights in our previous episode of where I've made it look like people who aren't in love are in love, and I'm going to do the same thing, so I just wanted to quickly say it.
I did rewatch a few more recent episodes.
Yeah.
Because Jodie Whittaker is leaving. And I do like Jodie Whittaker.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of like fans who are like, you know,
oh no, it's a woman!
It's a woman. A woman can't be a doctor. You know, that kind of thing.
Wow. Wow, I feel like they should be back in the 1960s, the stuff we've been watching. The people are like, a female doctor? What?
Yeah. Well, look, she's been really good. The main criticism I see is like, she's too much like the 10th Doctor, David Tennant, but a woman.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think she's that similar. I think she's just similar in a way that she's kind of wacky and zany.
Okay.
But that's like, you know, most of them are kind of a bit odd.
I feel like the current one for us, the first one, is a bit like that too. And he's getting more that way.
Yeah, he's laughing too much, man.
He really is the Joker. Much more than I thought.
I thought it was funny that when Barbara walked out into the console room at the start, she was holding a goblet. Like she was holding like a glass from the Romans episodes.
Yeah.
So they just took that with them, I guess. The giant ants look worse than the bees. Mainly because of the very human legs.
And also, it does look hilarious when they're running around. Because they're just waddling around with these obviously heavy costumes.
And Ian has a great fight with one of them.
Yes.
Where he just kind of like, they have a bit of a tussle, but obviously the costume's arms don't move a lot.
Yeah.
And so he ends up just pushing the thing over. So it's pretty good. And Barbara goes over to the table and she's like, this place needs a jolly good spring cleaning.
Oh, Doctor, what a mess. Honestly, one of these days I'm going to have a jolly good spring clean around here.
And I was like, that's good.
Yeah.
Well done. I was getting excited.
Oh.
So,
getting excited by
Is a jolly good
smack bottom spring clean around here.
Barbara and
so
what
the
else?
prospect of spring cleaning. You know, like Spider-Man shoots, but
Yeah, but
Ant-Man doesn't though.
That's true. They're also both terribly disappointing superheroes from my point of view.
Spider-Man's not disappointing.
We've had like 3 generations of teenage boys playing this in the Spider-Man
First of all,
movies. Boring.
When Tobey Maguire played Spider-Man, he was like 28 or something.
Yeah, but he's playing a teenager.
Doesn't look like a teenager.
No, I agree.
I much prefer.
He's in high school.
I much prefer the latest one because there's none of the wasting time with They just moved through his origin at a clip because you don't need to see all that stuff again.
Anyway, that's
we're constantly seeing Bruce Wayne's parents die. Just saying. All right, so
Are we? Are we?
Yep.
Explain.
Well, Nolan, and then Ben Affleck,
We
and then
don't-
in the Joker we even got it, and then in the Batman Arkham series we also saw it.
Oh, a video game. That's a different media.
Okay, take that one out. We've seen him 3 times in relatively quick succession.
Okay, let me explain something to you. Number one, we don't talk about Batfleck. Absolute cancer on the film industry.
Well, then I can say we don't talk about Maguire.
Agreed. Well, let's move on then. My other points were going to be the Joker is different because it's telling the point of view from the Joker, and the Waynes are not actually good people in that movie.
To be fair, in the Maguire one, we see it twice. We see it in Spider-Man 1 and Spider-Man 3. Because they went, in Spider-Man 3, they went, let's make Sandman kill him. And so they had to, anyway.
And also, excuse me, I just want to make one final point because you brought it up.
Yep.
You do not talk against Nolan.
No, I like that movie.
That's the way the origin story should be done. Nice and quick, it makes sense. Flash forward to the present day story, done. Batman as Ben Affleck having visions within dreams of fighting an alien, like, just kill me.
There's also one where he flies up a well being carried by bats. Okay, so back in the cave.
How can someone wreck... But wait, he's been Daredevil, right? How does someone wreck 2 superhero movies? Different superheroes.
To be fair, I don't think they're both his fault entirely.
No, but actors get to choose what movies they're in.
I do think he should have thought, I did Daredevil, and that didn't go so well. Maybe I shouldn't do this.
Oh, this is being made by Zack Snyder? No, thank you.
Did he make Man of Steel? Yes. So stay away from this movie. And okay, while we're ranting, just because some people will be like, Man of Steel's fine. First of all, it's not fine. Did you see the scene where Clark Kent's dad is just like, oh no, don't save me, because I don't want you to reveal your identity. I'm just going to disappear into this cyclone. Mate, he can move faster than a speeding bullet. He can get you in and out like that.
Yeah. Also,
it doesn't make sense. If the dog's trapped, send Clark in to get the dog, because that makes sense, and he can also just walk away but pretend he's struggling against the wind or something. Should we go back to Doctor Who? Being a Doctor Who podcast?
I think we should.
You're a fairy tale. You're a fairy tale. You're a fairy tale.
Before this Christmas day is done, you will be glad of my help. Be sure to save some room for a tangerine, Doctor.
Nobody likes tangerines.